Welcome back to Speak Van Holding 247, etc. If you like, subscribe and share. Even if you don't like, you should subscribe and share because you can always unsubscribe. So exercise that option. But check this out. I have direct evidence, concrete evidence that the sheriff is lying. I have concrete evidence that Kelly Rizzo and the daughters know exactly what happened to Bob. I have direct evidence why they filed a temporary injunction. By the way, they have to go to trial to determine if the court is going to grant a permanent injunction. But let me give you my take on that before I go any further. After the trial, the court is going to grant the permanent injunction because they're hiding something. But guess what? I'm going to give my audience the direct evidence that they're lying about how they found Bob when they ruled out foul play. I'm going to give it to you, and you can examine this yourself. And I believe you're going to see it my way. By the way, when I give you this evidence, you're going to need some real good audio speakers or headphones, and you can examine this. But let me expound on something. I put Bob Saget's murder, his death, around 4 a.m. and 4:30 a.m. on the night. Here's why. When you go back and listen to the 911 video, when they found him around 4 o'clock p.m., rigor mortis has fully set in. He was stiff, body stiff. So rigor mortis had already set in his whole body. When you first die, it sets into your eyes and face first 2 hours and goes on down to your body. It doesn't stay. It'll eventually leave again. But when they found him, he was, notice the 911, not the caller, but the other person that's put on the line. He says, the body is cold. He said, real cold. And the dispatcher asked him, why do you think he's dead? I don't know if I'm going to say it in the sequence. He said, because he's not moving, he's not breathing, and he's cold, real cold. Then the dispatch go on and asks him, is his body stiff? He says, yes. So we already know he had to be dead for rigor mortis to completely set in his body already by 10 to 12 hours. That's a scientific medical fact. Now, what's missing is Kelly Rizzo claims she texted him. I would like to know what time you text him and what time he texts you back. More importantly, he was supposed to check out at 3 p.m. You called the hotel, I guess, about 4 o'clock. You worried. Only an hour had passed. You ain't even gave the man a check out, get to the plane, get him something to eat, get acquainted. People may have been talking to him when he's leaving and walking, even at the airport. I don't know how he got there, even if he's driving. But for you to ask for a wellness check only after an hour of checkout, that's suspect. What's even more suspect is that the 911 call, the second guy that got on the phone said something that the first guy didn't say. I'm going to roll the clip, but you go back and analyze it. So when I give you this clip, you can go to your own YouTube, best to be on the computer or your phone with some good headphones or some good speakers. You have to play it in regular mode. Then you have to go to 0.75 mode in 0.5 mode and slow it down. Now this is the 911 call. I'm going to give you the clip so you can listen to it yourself. But this right here is direct evidence that the police department, the sheriff lied, because that second caller that got on the phone that was in the room with Bob, he stated that it sounded like he said, but one thing for sure, he said something was all around. It sounded like he said he had a noose around, all around him. It said like it was something all around him. So what was that something all around him that y'all claiming that the room was neat or he died with his arm? What was all around him? The caller said that. I mean, not the caller, but the guy in the room after the initial guy called 911 was describing something to the dispatcher as why he thought he was dead. Now, I'm going to roll this clip and you look at it, you review it and investigate it yourself and tell me what you think. Y'all have a great day. Thank you.
911 calls released Tuesday. The caller, who was at the hotel's front desk, tells the dispatcher they had been asked to make a wellness check on Saget and they are not sure how long he had been dead.
He doesn't have a pulse. He's not moving. He's not breathing. He's pale.
Okay. Do you know how long he's been that way?
I have no idea, sir. We just got a call to come do a wellness check.
The 911 dispatcher asked to speak to someone who is actually in the room with Saget. The caller offers to head up to the room and remains on the line. Once inside, another person is heard commenting on Saget's condition.
Please tell me exactly why it looks like he's dead.
So he's not breathing. He's not moving. And I don't know how. His skin is yellowish. No pulse. He's cold. Super cold.
Is he also stiff?
Yes.